The Carlyles like the peace of mind that comes with knowing that all of their essential business has been taken care of ahead of time.
My husband and I like being prepared, knowing that everything has been taken care of. It gives us peace to enjoy what's really important.
Juan Dominguez is proud of the dignified funeral he planned that celebrated the life of his wife.
My wife was a joy. She wanted everyone to be happy. She'd been dead a long time, but we all knew she was going to die. So I went and made her funeral plans ahead of time. I wanted to be special just like her.
For Mrs. Sune, no arrangements had been made prior to the passing of her husband. Now she has made her own arrangements in advance to relieve her family of the responsibility she had to face when her husband died.
When my husband died suddenly, it was just a shock. He hadn't been sick, we were not prepared, nothing had been done. It was just terrible.
James Robinson wanted to spare his children the difficulties he experienced when his father died.
I had to plan my dad's funeral, and that was tough. I mean, I wanted to make the plans that he would have wanted. I don't want my kids to have to plan my funeral.
The Carlyles are planning for a long and secure life, and funeral prearrangements are a natural part of their plans.
It wasn't difficult to decide to do the funeral pre-planning. It's not something either one of us are going to need for a very long time. We both plan to live very long, productive lives. We insured our house, we insured our car. So it just made good sense to make this arrangement also.
Juan Dominguez is thankful his wife pre-planned her funeral.
If you pre-plan, all is taken care of, and it saves your family a lot of stress and possibly money.
For Mrs. Sune, the process was easy.
I received information on pre-planning in the mail, so I called the funeral home to learn more. They sent out a young man who came and explained to me pre-planning of my funeral. Plain and simple.
We do things differently than our parents. We want our funerals to be a celebration, and through pre-planning, it's all been taken care of.
I really don't want an open casket, but she does. It was important for us to make sure our wishes are understood before that time comes.
My wife wanted her funeral a certain way, and we were able to accomplish it.
It saves your money, and you don't need to make decision when you're in shock or grieving. I wish I had the time to discuss it with my husband.
We were able to finance our funeral plans, so this really made sense to us. When we retire and we're living on a fixed income, this is one cost we won't have to worry about.
We were also able to secure our funerals at today's prices. So in years to come, when we need it, we will have saved money.
The sooner you sit down and think what kind of service you want, the happier you will be. And the happier your family will be.
It's simple. Planning ahead can save your family thousands of dollars and the stress of planning a funeral.
I pre-planned my funeral so my children won't have to. Now I've got the peace of mind that my kids won't have to go through that.
My wife and I planned her funeral before she died. I thought it was going to be difficult, but it wasn't. She said she was able to plan her last party.
In my estimation, my planning my funeral is the best gift I can give my children.
Yes, I recommend pre-planning. We should be prepared, and it doesn't have to be a sad affair.
Yes, I think you should pre-plan. Save your family and children and friends from the stress of having to plan your funeral.
We recommend pre-arranging your funeral.
It just makes sense, like saving for your children's college education, your home, or your car insurance. Just make it part of your family portfolio.